Welcome to this exciting video about de-extinction and how technology can bring extinct species back to life. De-extinction, the process of reviving extinct species, has captured the public's imagination for decades, inspiring countless works of fiction and sparking scientific curiosity. But what was once just a fantasy may soon become a reality, thanks to the rapid advancements in technology. In this video, we'll explore the various technologies that could be used to bring extinct species back to life, the pros and cons of de-extinction, current efforts in de-extinction, and the potential future applications of this technology. Join us as we dive into this fascinating topic and consider the implications for the future of conservation and biodiversity. Do you think being able to de-extinct species should even be considered? Leave your answer in the comments. De-extinction technology offers a range of tools that can be used to bring extinct species back to life. These technologies include cloning, gene editing, and CRISPR, each of which offers its own unique strengths and limitations. Cloning involves taking a cell from an extinct animal and implanting it into a closely related living animal's egg. This process creates a genetically identical embryo, which can then be carried to term by a surrogate mother. Cloning has been used to bring back species, such as the Pyrenean ibex, which went extinct in 2000. Unfortunately, the cloned ibex only lived for a few minutes due to lung defects, highlighting the limitations of cloning. Gene editing is a newer technique that involves changing specific genes within an organism's DNA. With gene editing, it is possible to replace a gene that has gone extinct with a similar one from a closely related species. In 2018, scientists announced they had successfully implanted elephant DNA into the cells of a woolly mammoth, bringing the species one step closer to revival. CRISPR, an advanced gene editing technique, is also being explored as a way to bring back extinct species. CRISPR can be used to edit an animal's DNA at the embryonic stage, allowing for precise genetic modifications to be made. This technology has the potential to bring back species, such as the passenger pigeon, which went extinct in the early 1900s. Despite these promising developments, there are limitations and challenges associated with de-extinction technology. For example, the genetic diversity of revived species may be limited, making them more susceptible to disease and environmental changes. In addition, there are ethical considerations surrounding de-extinction, with some critics arguing that it is not our place to play God by bringing extinct species back to life. In conclusion, de-extinction technology offers an array of tools that could potentially be used to bring extinct species back to life. However, these technologies also present a range of limitations and ethical considerations that must be taken into account. As we continue to develop these technologies, it is essential to carefully consider the implications of de-extinction and to explore the potential benefits and drawbacks of these scientific advancements. Bringing back extinct species through de-extinction technology is a fascinating prospect, but it also has its share of potential benefits and drawbacks. One of the main benefits of bringing back extinct species is the potential to restore lost ecosystems and preserve biodiversity. Many species play crucial roles in their ecosystems, and their loss can have far-reaching consequences. By bringing them back, we could potentially restore balance to ecosystems and prevent the loss of other species. In addition, the revival of extinct species can help preserve genetic diversity, which is crucial for the long-term survival of many species. Another potential benefit is the ability to learn from extinct species. De-extinction technology could allow us to study extinct species in ways that were previously impossible, giving us new insights into their biology and behavior. This could help us better understand the history of life on Earth and inform conservation efforts for living species. However, there are also potential negative consequences of bringing back extinct species. One major concern is the risk of introducing invasive species and disrupting existing ecosystems. Revived species could have unintended impacts on other species and the environment, potentially leading to unintended consequences. For example, if a revived species feeds on a particular type of plant, it could lead to the depletion of that plant, which could then affect other species that rely on it. Another concern is the ethical considerations surrounding de-extinction. Some argue that it is not our place to play God and bring back species that have been extinct for natural reasons. There is also the question of how to allocate resources for de-extinction efforts when so many living species are at risk of extinction. Some critics argue that de-extinction could distract from efforts to conserve and protect living species, which should be the priority. Despite these concerns, many conservationists and scientists are cautiously optimistic about the potential of de-extinction technology. One approach that has been proposed is to focus on de-extincting species that went extinct due to human activity, such as the passenger pigeon. Bringing back such species could help right past wrongs and restore balance to ecosystems that have been disrupted by human activity. In conclusion, de-extinction technology offers both potential benefits and drawbacks. While the prospect of bringing back extinct species is exciting, it is important to carefully consider the potential impacts on ecosystems and ethical considerations. As we continue to develop de-extinction technology, it is essential to explore the potential benefits and drawbacks of these scientific advancements, and to consider the most responsible and effective approaches to using these technologies for conservation and biodiversity. De-extinction technology is rapidly advancing, and there are currently several ongoing efforts to revive extinct species. Some of the most notable examples include the woolly mammoth and the northern white rhino. The woolly mammoth, which went extinct around 4,000 years ago, has been the subject of intense interest among de-extinction researchers. In 2015, a team of researchers announced that they had successfully inserted mammoth DNA into the genome of an Asian elephant using gene editing technology. This was a significant breakthrough, as it brought the species one step closer to revival. However, there are still significant technical challenges that must be overcome, such as the fact that the DNA of extinct species is often highly degraded and difficult to work with. In addition, there are ethical considerations around the revival of the woolly mammoth, as it is uncertain what impact the species would have on existing ecosystems. Another high-profile example of de-extinction efforts is the northern white rhino. There are currently only 2 individuals of this subspecies remaining, and they are both female. To try and revive the subspecies, scientists are using assisted reproductive techniques, such as in vitro fertilization and embryo transfer, to try and produce offspring from the remaining individuals. While this is a challenging and complex process, it offers hope that the subspecies could be saved from extinction. Despite these promising developments, de-extinction efforts face significant challenges. One of the main challenges is the limited genetic diversity of extinct species. Genetic diversity is crucial for the long-term survival of species, as it allows them to adapt to changing environments and resist disease. However, many extinct species had small populations, which led to a loss of genetic diversity. This means that revived species may be more susceptible to disease and environmental changes, which could limit their long-term viability. Another challenge is the technical difficulty of working with ancient DNA. DNA degrades over time, and it can be difficult to extract high-quality DNA from extinct species. In addition, even when high-quality DNA is obtained, it may not be complete, which can limit the potential for genetic modification and cloning. Despite these challenges, de-extinction efforts are being pursued by a variety of conservation organizations and scientific researchers. These efforts are important because they offer the potential to restore balance to ecosystems and prevent the loss of genetic diversity. In addition, they provide valuable opportunities to learn from extinct species and inform conservation efforts for living species. Conservation organizations are playing a key role in de-extinction efforts. For example, the Revive and Restore organization is focused on using biotechnology to restore species and ecosystems. The organization has been involved in de-extinction efforts for several species, including the passenger pigeon and the black-footed ferret. The organization's work has helped to raise awareness of the potential of de-extinction technology and to drive progress in the field. Scientific research is also a crucial component of de-extinction efforts. Researchers are using a variety of technologies, such as gene editing and cloning, to try and revive extinct species. In addition, they are studying the biology and behavior of extinct species to gain new insights into their ecology and inform conservation efforts for living species. In conclusion, de-extinction efforts are already underway for several species, and progress is being made in bringing these species back to life. Conservation organizations and scientific researchers are playing crucial roles in advancing de-extinction technology and exploring its potential applications. As we continue to push the boundaries of this technology, it will be essential to carefully consider the ethical implications and potential impacts on ecosystems. As de-extinction technology continues to advance, it opens up a wide range of potential applications. These applications include reviving extinct plant species, creating new hybrid species, and even potentially bringing back extinct human ancestors. While these applications offer the potential to restore lost biodiversity and learn from the past, they also raise a number of ethical and ecological considerations. One potential application of de-extinction technology is the revival of extinct plant species. Many plant species have gone extinct over the course of human history, with potentially devastating consequences for the ecosystems in which they once thrived. By reviving these species, we could potentially restore lost ecosystems and preserve genetic diversity. For example, a team of researchers is currently working on reviving the chestnut tree, which was decimated by a fungal blight in the early 1900s. Reviving this species could help restore the chestnut's ecological role and provide new opportunities for research and education. Another potential application of de-extinction technology is the creation of hybrid species. For example, it may be possible to combine DNA from extinct and living species to create new, genetically diverse hybrids. This approach could potentially provide new insights into evolution and the biology of extinct species, as well as creating new opportunities for ecosystem restoration. One potential consequence of creating hybrid species is the risk of introducing invasive species into ecosystems. These species could have unintended impacts on existing species, potentially leading to unintended consequences. Another potential concern is the impact on genetic diversity. By bringing back extinct species, we may be prioritizing genetic diversity over other conservation efforts, such as protecting existing species and ecosystems. In addition, there is the question of whether reviving extinct species is the most effective approach to restoring ecosystems. Some critics argue that there may be more effective and efficient approaches to ecosystem restoration that do not involve de-extinction. Given these potential consequences, it is essential to develop de-extinction technology in a responsible and regulated manner. This will involve a range of stakeholders, including scientists, policymakers, and the general public. These stakeholders will need to consider the potential ecological, ethical, and social implications of de-extinction and work together to ensure that it is used in a responsible and effective manner. One approach to responsible development of de-extinction technology is to focus on reviving species that went extinct due to human activity. By focusing on these species, we can potentially right past wrongs and restore balance to ecosystems that have been disrupted by human activity. In addition, we can prioritize the protection of existing species and ecosystems while working to revive extinct species. Another approach is to develop regulations and guidelines for de-extinction technology. This could involve establishing ethical guidelines for the use of de-extinction, as well as setting up regulatory frameworks to ensure that the technology is used in a responsible and effective manner. In addition, it will be essential to consider the broader social and economic implications of de-extinction, such as its potential impact on existing industries and the distribution of resources. In conclusion, de-extinction technology offers the potential to revive extinct species and restore lost biodiversity. While there are significant ethical and ecological considerations associated with this technology, responsible development and regulation can help ensure that it is used in a responsible and effective manner. As we continue to push the boundaries of de-extinction technology, it will be essential to consider its potential consequences and work together to create a sustainable and equitable future for all species on our planet. Current efforts in de-extinction include the revival of the woolly mammoth and the northern white rhino, as well as the potential revival of extinct plant species and the creation of new hybrid species. While progress has been made, these efforts face significant challenges, such as the limited genetic diversity of extinct species and the technical difficulty of working with ancient DNA. Conservation organizations and scientific researchers play a crucial role in advancing de-extinction technology and exploring its potential applications. However, responsible development and regulation of de-extinction technology is essential to ensure that it is used in a responsible and effective manner. This involves considering the potential ecological, ethical, and social implications of de-extinction and developing guidelines and regulations to govern its use. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. See you soon.